You know, I didn't hit the record button. So here I am. Also, wasn't in the screen I was expecting to be in until I had to fix it myself. So without further ado, let's just get started because there's nothing really much else to say. Although I do need to get things set up here and there anyway, but let's go in. Hopefully I am on the thing. Let me actually check as I get into Kathak, 7th Curse, Character Exclusive, Random Item, Haru. And let me just make absolutely sure, because I just noticed that I may have been doing a thing. Hopefully it's all alright, so in we go. But, as I check something really quickly... Yeah, we're fine. Knowledge... Takushi-san, strength, second encounter, light, and maybe dexterity. And we'll do our best to survive. If we somehow don't survive as much as I want, I've really gotta do something. Aside from Event of the Day. Event of the Day is nice for my own knowledge, but as I'm doing it, there are over 100 events. Some of them I'm not gonna say not as important, but they are kind of more straightforward, like events where you just lose stamina, reason, and or doom. That being said, some of them do have some nuances, and you still have to look at the overall run in terms of what strategy you want to employ, if you're going to take more stamina, more reason, so on and so forth, as we have Flood, Sailors, Scissors, Metamorphosis, and Teacher. Metamorphosis, Teacher, and Flood all together, I guess we have to do this. I'm going to do Teacher into Flood or Metamorphosis. It'll depend on my HP at the end. That's the plan. And away I go. But first things first, we pick up this stuff. You know, I could try to do a... Why did I do that, by the way? I could try to do a Nuzlocke with nothing unlocked, but that would... I already said a long time ago, for those who didn't know, that I didn't want to do too many Nuzlockes because I wanted to do more challenges and more unique stuff. Not that a Nuzlocke isn't exciting in its own right, but I wanted to do other stuff. Also, I have Metamorphosis, Flood, and then I have Scissors and more stuff. So, what I'm thinking of is either Downtown or Forest. I was leaning towards Forest. I think we had Sailors after that. I'm going to do Forest still, just in case. I'm pretty sure that Downtown has a heck of a lot going for it, but since we have Scissors and Flood, I'm going to do this a lot more. I'll risk... No, I'm just going to smoke cigarettes immediately. Who am I kidding? And away we go. So, Haru, 7th Curse, kind of standard, all things considered, aside from Flood appearing. That's really the most non-standard thing. And even then, it's not that bad, although Flood is Flood. That boss is going to do a number. I had to drop something really quickly. What can I do here? This? Do I want to do that? No. Because I can do 2 of these. Can I even attack boost? No. So, as I autopilot through this, not really much to do here. Still working on stuff. In fact, I didn't even get a certain custom character finished because I completely forgot about them as I was working on real life stuff, which probably isn't the best thing for me to do, to forget things. But considering what else I want to do and the things I haven't done, if you've been looking through the community pages and the posts that I'm putting up, yeah, I've not been doing as much as I should have. So here I am, just wondering if I'm going to get through everything as we move into the month of December. In fact, there's something I even needed to do, and I forgot to do it. It's not so important right now. It's not like I'm missing anything, but would have been nice. There's some... Oh, am I thinking of the library? I think I'm thinking of the library. There was a comment I made a while ago. Why did I even roll? Well, I rolled a 10, so you know what? It didn't even matter that much anyway. Also, we're on Teacher, so I have to do this. But yeah, we're probably going to take Flood next. And I forgot what I was talking about, so let's focus up. Yeah, we just go for all 3 kicks. If we hit 3 of these, we should be perfectly fine, or we have a good chance of being perfectly fine. So I'll take the 2 stamina damage to the face, and then we do this, and that should appear as I fight this school. Thank goodness I don't explicitly need a weapon here, although I do have a brick. That's not all. I don't need a weapon here, because we're only attacking the teacher. Compared to the eldritch horrors you face elsewhere in the game, attacking the teacher should really rely on anything but whatever the heck it relies on, because apparently sometimes you do 9, sometimes you do 7 damage, and I don't know what... I still haven't figured out what the difference is, and if I have, I probably forgot. But as we take core strength and move on, I did forget... Oh, we had a second encounter. Second encounter was the gore-covered student, right? It had to be, because I remember going through the gigolo, the enemy, and then we'll smoke another pack of cigarettes. That should last us the entire run. And I have seen interesting talks about... Yeah, take Flood now. I have seen interesting talks about how specific strats to run Haru. I'm still half and half, although nowadays I recently do more Haru non-weapon runs, but after that, I don't know. I've seen people flip, and I've seen people stand by. Most of the time, people stand by what strat they believe in Haru. I mean, there's really only... If you're trying to be really, really consistent, there's only one strat. Well, if you're someone who is relying on a consistent strat, most people, I'm not going to say stubborn, but stick with the one method. I know I flip-flopped. Obviously, I used to always take a weapon as Haru, but I feel like that's kind of warranted because of changes that have been made on top of, Haru just getting indirectly buffed so many times. But he did need it, if I were to give my own opinion, but I wouldn't have minded if he stayed a little... If he didn't get hard knock, I would still, play him a certain way, but here we are. He's buffed, and I might as well use it to my advantage. Now, hitting 4 kicks during... 4 kicks for 6 stamina would be nice for Flood. I don't even know why I took that risk, but hey, kicks are a viable option. Missed the 90-80. Missed a 2% or 2% chance of missing both, right? My common phrase, I'm shaking my head in real life silently, is still applying here. And with that, we might just do this and... Actually, we're just going to rest now. I'm not going to take the risk. We have to rest now. Because I am losing way too much reason. Even though I only lost 2 reason in that one event, that's more than enough justification for me to move on here. I can also throw the brick when need be, but since kicks are at 80% here, and this is a high-power enemy, this is a very specific instance. Not rare instance, but a specific instance of me preferring kicks over weapons. Now, hitting 3 of these, about an 82-ish, 84% chance. I still hate kicks. It's at this point, it's more, not a phobia. At this point, it's more a traumatic experience. I've missed so many kicks, it's 50-50. It says 80%, it's 50-50. Still, though, the brick was 40% accuracy, so would I rather... Yakuza, on the off... we're not gonna buy anything. Or I'm not planning to buy anything. I did forget if I had a charisma check. I should actually ate this, if for no other reason. This actually might be the most consistent thing we have. So I'm going to take it, but I'm also going to check the lighthouse, because I should have remembered. I don't remember. We don't have a charisma check. We do have a strength check. We also have a dexterity check, and that might mean something, but we'll see. Takshisan and knowledge. Knowledge Haru would be nice too, but at this point, we're already too far in. So let's go in. Missing so much reason, but it's fine for now. Hopefully we lose a lot of stamina. That's a big hope. So that I can rest more comfortably. Maybe we don't. There we can do so. But we'll keep waiting. A Burning Man encounter would be nice, but I can't rely on that myself. Hey, core strength plus reason. I swear there are some events where you recover stamina or reason, but it doesn't give you the penalty even though the threat level is high. But maybe I'm just literally being paranoid in real life, as I get paranoia in-game. Do I want to rest now? We'll wait. We still have investigations to wait. I should really remember which investigation is the last one here. 6 perception. Go for it. Good. This is the Nuzlocke challenge, so I'll take all the luck I can get. That being said, that doesn't get... Oh, I still have the sensor on the screen, by the way. That doesn't get us out of the thingy. Well, nice of all of my RNG to come here, by the way. But we should survive. The question is, how badly am I gonna get hurt? I don't theoretically even need the sewing kit. I can go on with what I have in my inventory, basically. But just in case the small candle makes a difference, we're gonna do this, because this is a... what is it? Is it an Eldritch enemy? Why am I forgetting? Yes, it is. So, for giggles, because we already have the katana, we'll throw the small candle, 2 damage. Do I get to brace into anything significant? Also, why are we doing so much damage? 10, 12, core strength, hard knock, plus the... okay, that makes sense. So, yeah. Normal damage is 10, plus 2 damage from Haru things. Oh, man. I would like to do this, or double attack, but I think we go for the brace instead. Do we need to get prep attack? Never mind, I'm gonna do this, and just take my -1 all meat horror encounter. That's a pretty good meat horror encounter, all things considered. Mostly due in part to the katana, but also Haru things, so... hey, if we didn't have the katana, we'd still be doing about 8 damage a turn. So we take 2 to 3... minus 2 to 3 all, whereas normally I would probably take -4 all. Again, giving my thoughts as I commentate for anyone wondering why. I'm even saying something that you might be redundant by now. As we get scissors. Timeline A, though, we should be fine. If we are for on timeline B, so be it, but we don't need the scissors, so triangle, cup, and ball will help. Now, what won't help is my reason being as low as it is, but maybe we'll be fine. Store the empty bottle, take the... oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to take the... it's been a long time since I've actually opened that locker. I think it's actually been a year or 2. So, because there's literally no reason to open that locker. Also, I don't know why I grabbed funds there. I should have just run. But it's too late. So never mind. Kathak doesn't like my dexterity going high, so we are just going to accept that we're going to take 3 stamina damage due to dexterity. And this is unfortunately a beast encounter. But to my benefit, I have a 75% chance of getting out. Probably 85 if I had taken this earlier, which I did not. And we're just going to accept the knowledge damage as well. So we're just going to do short-term survivability. Because we'll have a lot of Doom to work with as I miss a 75%. So, hey. So triangle, cup, and ball. I don't know why I called the B portion of that sigil, cup, and ball. But it looks like it, so I'm going to do it. And we should still defeat the Scissor Lady in 2 turns. The question is how much I'm going to lose, but... shouldn't be so much that I suffer badly. Hello. So yeah, as I said, -2 all unless I want to take a risk on 79%. That's a lot of damage, though. I could throw this wind bat, wouldn't really do much for me, unless I do this, maybe? Question mark? It's 79% regardless. Because I can do this. Well, is it actually 99.99? I should do this. Why am I going crazy? I was about to go crazy. 99% to 99%, and old gods curse me if I miss any of these two. But just for the record, this is a 99% into a 99%. So hey, good. That would be the day, right? That would be the day I either stop the stream or go gamble on the lottery. Even though, you know, the lottery's odds are vastly different, especially in my country of residence, United States. But anywho, maybe I shouldn't have even said that. Moving onward. Now that's already public information. So, what do I want to carry with me? Nah, the wooden bat still. We'll save the empty bottle for later. Although that would have been stamina damage that would be appreciated, I completely forgot. So, moving on. We do have sailors here, actually. Although, hold on. So, what do we get? 20 power? So, we do throw the wooden bat. I do, however, need more. I almost forgot to throw this. We need more items for the purpose of doing sailor things. But I'd rather go into the History Club and spend Doom on an item than take that damage to the face. And that's also apparently affected by the threat level. If I can keep things... Yeah, the nice ring I can throw away now. Everything else we can hold on to. The sewing kit I might not need, so I'll hold on to it. Again, it really depends on what happens, like this. But here we should be fine. It's anyone who has, I want to say, for my comfort level, probably 30 power or above. Realistically, 40 power and above, but we'll see. And maybe we get a Katak run. Have we done a Katak run as I accidentally opened the wrong window? No, we have not. So that would put me higher on the scoreboard as we finish our last mission. Basically, as I said, a standard run here, so I don't really matter as much. This I could eat. Well, we're going to actually play it safe. Well, there's no reason to not play this safe. So, I can see how some people would still argue this is an exploit of sorts, or just an exploit outright. Let's not pretty up the word or use any purple prose. This is pretty much a no damage encounter if you do this. Now, if you're limited to how much improvising you can do, just specifically, that would change. Realistically speaking, it would probably be 8 times, all things considered. But if you want to make the fight actually do damage still, you would probably, you'd probably limit it to less than that. But the reason why I say 8 is because then you could give a blanket action limit of, since your actions in your sequence are already 8, you might as well add a whole limit on actions in one encounter to 8. Now that may introduce a whole host of bugs, but if you wanted to get started, if someone wanted to change this, that would be where to start. However, that's not the priority. That also reminds me that I think I heard that the consoles were going to get a very, very significant, well, not significant, but an important patch in terms of, actually being able to play the game without losing your gosh dang save data, but hey. And that would be nice. Although, if that's actually coming out, I think, what is it, on the 7th of December? Is what I heard. Whether it is or not, the fact is that it's been announced. Now, it coming out would actually be very, very useful for the console players. So, hey, as I do this. And I really hope it comes out. Because some people, are playing World of Horror on the console. Now, would I like mod support as well? Sure, but obviously higher priority, if I could speak to my own satisfaction levels, would go to a bug that is literally deleting your progress. So, hey. Again, I'm really relaxed here because I don't need to concentrate at all. Yes, I know that the second encounter should be the core covered student, but 13 stamina, 13 reason, there's no way we don't survive, right? So, anywho. Yeah, that patch would be appreciated. Hopefully it does come out. That would be pretty cool. I thought someone else was working on the console release, right? If I'm not to be mistaken. Or working on, updates to the console release. It's not the developer. Or maybe it is. Am I going crazy? Anywho. The important part is there's a patch at all. And, yeah, would it have been nice for it to come out faster? Sure, but realistically speaking, with one developer having to, even if they weren't a part of it, I would assume they were not a part of it. Even if they weren't the sole person responsible, and there are people helping out there, as I accidentally click on the wrong option, I would imagine the developer is still consulted about the matter. But as I show you the scoreboard, and before I move on, if I can show you the scoreboard, where is the scoreboard? Show me it, please. Here it is. And we add Katak to our score. Yeah. I understand why it took as much time as it did. Even though, over a little bit of a month, if we're trying to take the perspective of a consumer, yeah, that's quite a bit for the consoles to not have working save data, but anywho, a Though2 Eldritch Parasite character exclusive random item. That might be okay, that might not be. We have Mizuki, but it doesn't matter because the moment we see Eldritch Parasite, we are doing a very specific strat. Strength, second encounter, dexterity, second mystery, charisma, and maybe knowledge, maybe every single stat check. So we definitely want to make sure, because since Mizuki is Mizuki, there's a very high chance we don't pass any of those things. Although, I will actually roll on this for a moment, because the reason we lose here might be important for Mind Drain. Now, we didn't get a single thing, but I guess I'll do... Oh, random item stats means this sells for nothing, so we might as well just hold on to it. And after spending that much reason, let's not spend any more and move on with our lives. So, if you don't know what strat I use here, you're about to see in a moment. Festival, Botanist, Akamanto, Arms, Household Hell. Into Botanist we go, and this is the strat. We visit the History Club until we see Mind Drain and or Ghostly Spear, both of which are ways in which you deal damage at the cost of your max stamina or reason. So max stamina for Ghostly Spear and Mind Drain for max reason. And we sit here until we get one of those. If we get one of them quickly, we'll dig for the other one. We'll grab the Gruesome Totem for the sake of overall Doom Decrease. Yes. And we keep moving on. We can also grab this, but we only have 4 visits in the History Club, so let's try. Otherwise, we might have to just play with Mizuki as is, and that would be really, really not great. But if I have to, I have to. Book of Gore is unfortunately useless on Eldritch Parasite, and we sit here and live and die by the Mind Drain or the Ghostly Spear. That is literally what we do here. If we get our score reset, I promise you it would not have gone better either way. At this point, though, I am just curious. Because this strategy has about a 33% chance of not working, depending on how much Doom you want to spend. More so if you're not willing to spend it, but we're sitting here, we're going to sit here, we're just going to keep sitting here. We also have Akamanto, so we're going to go even higher. But nonetheless, we literally live and or die by Mind Drain and Ghostly Spear. So, hey. Again, you could go consistent strats and do hardware store as Mizuki. In fact, that would probably be the... Well, no, with Akamanto, maybe I could have done ally attack strat, but we're sitting here now, so... we're sitting here now. Also, I didn't need to grab the Gruesome Totem because we have Akamanto. But anywho. Well, now I'm just curious. So if we die here because of this, so be it. Protective Carvings, sure, maybe. But, anywho. Yep. If we die here because of Doom, so be it. We'll go for a high score this run and see what my RNG really looks like. Because now, at this point, now I'm just interested. Again, one of the biggest reasons why I do this strat on Eldritch Parasite is because if we were only looking for one spell, I would not use it. But since we have 2 spells to roll on, it's not as bad theoretically speaking, but, you know, as we're sitting here probably going to Doom out. Hey, so we get our Mind Drain and move on with life. Now, all these other spells are not going to help, but hey. Really does depend, though, as we use Monument. We'll try to survive. We'll do our best to survive. I shouldn't have grabbed the Gruesome Totem. That was a big mistake, but hey. And we move on. 45% Doom. People have worked with worse, although this is not great, I promise you, so hey. We also need to pass a lot of events now, so here's hoping. You know, the good thing, though, about losing a lot of reason is I can cast Mind Drain without worrying too much. And then we should be able to do this because of those 2 things. And yeah, passing a lot of Doom decreasing checks would be great. Oh, that's right, we're on Botanist as well, so this is also going to do a number on us. Now, if we get a Katana here, there's no way I could have known, but hey. I need to also now avoid, unless I'm going to get 8 in a strength, or put 8... Or get my strength to 8, basically. I need to watch out for my stamina, because I will die to stamina in the lighthouse. But we also need to decrease Doom, so hey, here I am. Mind Drain, do I go for this? Just out of giggles? No, -4 all, I'm not willing to risk that, so away we go. And yep, this is my life on Eldritch Parasite. It almost doesn't matter who I'm playing. Well, it does actually. If you're playing Toshiaki, in my opinion, you have... this strat is at least a little bit more consistent because he has more Doom. Obviously, he could just die to events overall, but that's why I said, for a lot of characters, if not every character, I just default History Club and look for one of the two max cost spells. That's my go-to strat, and it works out more than you think. So even though the RNG is not on my side, this strat subjectively does me a lot more good. Now, in this case, I will probably die, but it's not over until it's over, so no reason to give up early, right? While we're here. Although we do have not great mysteries for Doom overall. Akamanta will help, but... I also didn't use the thingy yet, right? The police station. Yeah, forest is gonna be the location. And away we go. Need to basically pass every single Doom check, and even then, that might not be enough, so... if we get out of funds, we'll trade Reason. I don't know if it's gonna matter, though. But we'll try. We take Dexterity, funny enough, because Quick Thinking may be a thing. We'll try to save on... getting your stats to 8 effectively is your only way to, quote-unquote, recover stamina or Reason. But we'll do our best. So this is Reason, so we'll take that. Unless we pass the check, but have to assume we fail a lot of the time. We don't have Doom, so let's see here. Go goodbye, Ryuichi. No, we want the funds, because Ryuichi is the one who can trade Doom to, funds to lower Doom. So instead, we'll do this. And if we have funds at the end of this run, actually, I might want to just pool up a bunch of experience and do Ryuichi things. So I think that's what I'm going to have to just live at level 2. Yeah, I'm going to live at level 2. Now, if I don't... I'm thinking... leveling up, I want Quick Thinking, but maybe I don't anymore. Maybe I shouldn't have even leveled up at all. Yeah, maybe... I think I'm going to try to go for a Ryuichi play. So, what I mean by that is... it's not something that I know someone has used it. I think it's used in a pseudo-infinite as well, as I should probably handcuff here. But we'll do this first. Oops, improvise first. Please, okay, good. Is that you basically pool up a bunch of experience and go to the police station and trade all of your experience for funds, and then you use Ryuichi to lower your Doom. That's effectively the strat. Now, is it going to work? I don't know, but we'll find out as we enter Festival now. Because maybe we find someone we want. No, still not going to visit the village, so we'll spend 1 Doom here and then do this. I feel like there's a way to perhaps lower Doom, but maybe I'm wrong. Hermit, though, would be a clutch ally here. Unfortunately, he, she, or they didn't appear. Funny enough, we can still survive this, but again, really, really RNG dependent. Also, if I have no other choice, I just have to investigate the mansion and hope. And we're not going to take a risk, we'll just do this, so we can get out. I think there's 1 Doom decreasing event in the forest, although I don't know if I'm going to run into it. We'll find out. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept this. Although, how much can Ryuichi decrease your Doom by? 3. Never mind. All that might happen is I trade this gruesome totem in because I'm already wearing the crestfallen mask. I shouldn't have even done that, knowing that it was Doom, but need some good luck. Basically, again, I've already said it. We're hoping to the old gods for RNG. So hey. And at this point, we're also hoping that we take no more stamina damage, otherwise we probably have to level up. But that's also a very big hope. Where did most of my stamina damage come from? Using the monument, right? but I needed to because my Doom was so high, so hey. Also, unfortunately, we're on Timeline B, so that's going to add a bit to my Doom, and we're probably going to Doom out during the 4th mystery. Especially with roads closed, going into Household Hell, it's not going to be great, but hey. Maybe we somehow survive. So, in here we are. Into this encounter we are. And out we go. It's just that, especially with Mizuki, running the consistent strat doesn't work as much, for me anyway. Again, to repeat, so I can go into more detail, as we die to stamina, we're dead at the lighthouse, unless I get dexterity to 8, which means I need to level up now. And get, quick thinking, but we didn't. The consistent strat is to enable a shop, not just hardware store, I just default to it, that's why I say it. But realistically speaking, you enable a store to grab a weapon for Harbinger. You prepare until you have enough funds, or tree, depending on how lucky you're feeling. Because I think an optimal tree use would be 4 funds, and you get Fearful and maybe Traumatized, or some other max perk. Conditionally, maybe a Blood Frenzy, but you basically use the tree there. And you get some Doom as I pretty much update my score, because we're dead here. Even if I try to use Ryuichi, we're dead here, I promise you. More. But, as we die to the thing, to Doom, yeah, not really much else to say. I'm just gonna gamble on this because I feel like I want to gamble. Just to see how, maybe we can get rid of some bad RNG here, even though we hit quite a good number of those, but hey. Yeah, we're dead. So, as I show you the reset scoreboard really quickly. Yeah, not much else to say about Eldritch Parasite. Again, maybe I'll do a consistent run. I'm more likely to do a run the consistent strat during, if my score were higher, but yeah, that's essentially all it is. You prepare for funds, or you get funds during the very beginning. It costs some Doom, but at least you grab a weapon, unless you're really, really unlucky in a shop. As we get into attack, Eldritch Parasite again, character exclusive random item Ayaka. Although with Ayaka, you can run more consistently with Ayaka here, but in the interest of not dying to stat checks, possibly, we'll try to run Mind Drain, Ghostly Spear one more time as we get second mystery, Strength, Takshisan, Charisma, Dexterity, and maybe Light check, but we're Ayaka, so all that, the Lighthouse gets thrown out the window because we pretty much just do Ayaka things. Now, are we still going to use Mind Drain and or Ghostly Spear? Perhaps, which is why I'm not even going to bother visiting the tree, which for Ayaka is more consistent. Arms, we have Scissors into Recluse, but we need to fish for stuff, so we are going to do that. And we see what my thing is like, unless we see Blood Mania immediately, because more objectively speaking, what you want is the ability to one-turn your encounter, and either Mind Drain and Ghostly Spear or Eldritch Parasite or an early Blood Mania would help you. But since that's not the case, we won't gamble on Doom anymore and move on. But just to say it again, the consistent strat is just to grab a weapon. Once you grab a weapon, you play the run as normal, fighting your enemies, and hope that your events are a lot more successful usually. And that if your character isn't great at battle, that you somehow tank enough damage to survive. Or run from enough, which again is more consistent, but for me it works less subjectively. In my subjective world, to my personal experience, it does not work. But theoretically speaking, if you use consistent strats, in my opinion, you should be a lot better. Now, since we're Ayaka here, what we also want are more curses, so as we search the remains and grab a curse, we want to grab curses. I might not want to grab tree, although we can grab a spell. You know what, for the sake, because we have Scissors, so my Doom is going to be a little... My Doom spending is going to be a little bit lower. We'll see. But anyone else we run into, even if it's the quote-unquote easy encounter, we mind drain all the way. All the way. Now, if we could pick up the cursed scissors, maybe, but my doom is already high enough as is, so... Yeah, and again, we don't particularly need a weapon because we have mind drain. Or ghostly spear, either one. And even if you run out of max stamina and reason before then, you usually are prepared enough to fight off any enemies by either like throwing items, you grab a weapon, say if I want to take scissors, which I probably have to, I have recluse. So, what timeline are we on? We are on a recluse-friendly timeline, and by that I mean we're going to learn the ghost ritual, and as long as no human errors are made, aka I forget the ritual for some reason, we should be just fine. We are on max 26 reason, but in the interest of lighthouse things, we're gonna cast Mind Drain twice anyway, and do this. Unless we get Eldritch Possession, but that's another hope entirely. Basically, Aika is also really good for Eldritch Parasite, funny enough, because I should have taken reason damage. I don't know why I did that. Because when you grab Ayaka's perks, you don't need to spend as much Doom or doing other things as you... have stats to pass events by nature of Eldritch Possession. I'm actually going to reroll here because of that. Unfortunately, all we get is Doom Effigy, but even Doom Effigy, now that I think it's a bit more workable, decreases Doom, and Blood Mania obviously allows you to one-tap most enemies, but since my Doom with Ayaka isn't as great, hence why I use this. Now, otherwise, again, I think Ayaka is above Toshiaki in a theoretical tier list off the top of my head. But hey. And I do share a sentiment with someone who, you know, reminded me of the perspective that is, for a lot of players, Toshiaki and by extension Ayaka's strengths are not, and how to play them effectively is not readily apparent. Which is something that runs tangent to me also saying that, you know, playing Ayaka and Toshiaki successfully does also depend on player knowledge, and also unlocks to another extent as we get all 5 claps on a run where we have Recluse. That's funny because then I would have just hit all 5 claps on Recluse. But anywho, let me check something for about 10 seconds just in case things are happening. And away we go. If you heard that, that was just me checking the stream really quickly, but as we go into Recluse, I would forget flashbacks. I'm gonna hope I level up into Eldritch Possession then. Theoretically here, because I have Mind Drain, Eldritch Possession is a lot more feasible. Also, because we're fighting the Recluse roommate, we can just do the ritual, although, since I'm losing so much reason, maybe that's not what I want to do. We'll see, though. Well, we do get Blood Mania. I don't think that affects the Sever, right? Am I going crazy? I could double up into Knowledge, but away we go. And if we die here, we just failed so many events, usually, that we die to Stamina or Reason. But the other thing is, yes, maybe I just made some bad decisions. I probably did. It's never, in hindsight, you can always improve on, or change up something that you did, and maybe you could have survived. But in the interest of doing the Ghost Ritual and having more Mind Drain to use later on, we're going to clap 5 times, take our Banish experience, and move on. Hopefully in the hopes that we soon get Eldritch Possession, because then that would really, really help out. Now, I'm going to just play it safe here and forget flashbacks, because about 8 to 9 curses, depending, if I remember the scaling right. I don't remember the exact scaling, but and we did get flashbacks, by the way, so thank goodness I got rid of it. But, what is that, 4% by the way? I think at max it's 4%, but anywho. Oh, I was gonna say something I completely forgot. Oh, do I want to forget flashbacks again? Let's do it again. Oh yeah, what I was talking about is the exact calculation. I should really go check what those calculations are. But, okay. So, please give me Eldritch Possession. That would be very nice. There are only so many perks that I can roll on. And to that end, let's actually increase Charisma, because I should have enough to 8 all of my stats by the last mystery. So yeah, that was about 5 stats in everything for 9 curses. So as I said, 8 to 9 curses, you're probably in the comfort zone. But if you want to be safe, probably 12 in my opinion, which you can easily get with the power of tree and stuff. Now, guaranteed reason loss like that isn't so great, but it's really not great. Please. Now I really regret using Mind Drain those times. If we grab a light source, we could still survive. But with the power of this, we should be able to one-shot. Now, if I fail this, I'm going to have a word with people who like kick. Good. And we will move on. At this point, I've used kick to my success so many times. You guys get 2 out of jail free cards in terms of, hey, stuff. But we could still die to reason. So if I die to reason, a mix of my oops, I did Mind Drain too many times and other stuff. But I'm going to throw this wooden bat to be completely safe, because that way I only need to hit 2 of these kicks. And we'll move on. I should have attack boosted as well. If I miss and I don't attack boost where I could have, I'll just blame myself. Unless it's a bug, because there are still time unit bugs. But you get what I mean. I want to say that's because my theory is that the 10 time unit... The 10 time unit minimum for actions is actually not being enforced. Oh, why am I doing this to myself? Maybe we still survive. Question mark? Ooh, we're getting really close to not surviving. And at this point, it's my fault. But hey, to be completely safe, we're gonna Mind Drain here, so that we don't die to reason loss when I miss 89 kicks in a row. But even if this is timeline B, we should be completely fine. And we'll move on. Kicks suck so badly. You've lost one get out of jail free card. People who like kicks. But anywho. You know what I also did? Oh, never mind. I could do this. So, we should be fine. But let me just be completely sure, because, boy... Things. So, moving on. No other Ica perks we need. Thankfully, we didn't get roads closed. And hey, we have 43% Doom at the end of the run, but again, my worry was never Doom. Unless we fail the Mind Drain, Ghostly Spear, Gotcha strat. But it was more stamina and reason due to mostly events, but really RNG, and then me. But we should be able to boldly walk up this lighthouse, because we'll only be losing 3 reason max. I forgot what the charisma check is 2 reason, right? So anywho, I'm just gonna mash through. Kind of, will I? Yeah, I will. We're also on Katek, so I couldn't have run anyway if I wanted to, but as Takushi-san gets hit by a Blood Maniac Ayaka here, we should be perfectly fine, because the light check, even though it does 3 reason damage, we have 4 reason. Simple mathematics. But we don't even have the 6th floor, so hey, we're fine and good and dandy. Katak run down, and let me show you the scoreboard as I move on to my next run. Also, I just kind of psyched myself out because I see that I've had a thing, and I'm fixing it now, but I think we're perfectly fine. Also, I don't know if I need to do the thing that I'm doing here, but as we get into another run and see what we can do, we have Goizo Fatalist, all perks, Mizuki. Fatalist, huh? I guess we hope and pray. We do have a charisma check. Dexterity as well, maybe. Second Takushi-san, and maybe a light source check, but we're on Fatalist, so... Do I? Yeah, I do, actually. Who am I kidding? I do. We enable Schoolyard. We do Illegal Den, and this is my... If you've never seen it before, this is my personalized Mizuki ally attack strat. Normally, you would wait for mysteries, but because you have to choose your sub-locations before you see your mysteries, we're gonna do this. We have painting, and is that bulletin? So, Yeah, painting, not really. Really, you're just looking for either Kana or I think there's one other one. But nonetheless, my ally attack strat revolves around enabling Schoolyard and Illegal Den and hoping for the best. 1 charisma, that will actually help immensely, but I would like another school student here. And even if they lower a stat at this point, I'm not... Well, we have 8 charisma, never mind. We should be able to let students go if they are decreasing a stat. And then we go into the Illegal Den and grab 3 allies, and that's my ally attack strat. Now, it does cost a lot of Doom, even though we're going to probably use the Monument twice here. It's a lot of Doom, but as long as we have especially if you have a mystery that is less Doom intensive, or you pass a lot of Doom decreasing checks, you should be fine, because then you become a Mizuki, you become Omega Mizuki, or Alpha Mizuki. Why do we contribute Omegas to be... Anywho. It's because we contribute Omegas to being the end of things, although if you're in tune with a certain type of verse, it can mean the exact opposite. But what 8 Charisma allows us to do, as I move on, is do ally attack twice. Now, do I want to do it here? I don't really have a choice. So if I miss 30% into 30%, or if I miss twice, which is 30% of 30%, boy, would that be a heck of a thing. But anywho. And yeah, especially with ally attack strats, you're just usually face tanking damage. But as we roll on a luck check here to lower Doom and roll an 11 on luck, I shake my head silently and move on. Now, would it be nice to hit both of these? Sure, but we're really at least hoping for one, because again, the hope is that, especially when you're running ally attack, you are... Oh, I should have switched the police station to the forest. We also now need to rest, but first, let's make sure we do this. And then we rest. Another alternative strat you can do if you don't want to wait for fame for whatever reason is to smoke cigarettes, but that would be more a me thing. As we get more reason loss, but hey. Aside from just having lucky RNG, roll on a 4 strength because that's stamina. We roll a 12, so here, I present to you this channel where we roll nats. And the nat 12s or 20s or whatever is naturally high in whatever TRPG or game you're playing. We roll those here very frequently. So hey, but because I do minimum 10... Oh, did I not get the note, by the way? Looks like we're going to fight a phone. Unless I want to say no here. Yeah, I want to say no here. I don't want to fight this phone. So that was a mistake on my part, but hey. What happens here if we say no? Forgot. Let's find out. Something. I forgot. I think just Doom, or is it... Did that actually decrease Doom, or is that plus Doom? Anywho. Funny enough, that may have done me a favor if I had a very bad encounter in the forest, but normally you don't take that, so hey, as we go into ramen, I actually want more reason before we do painting, although Amy would help immensely. We'll see. We do have Hermit as well, so again, I'm not worried about my Doom. I'm worried about my reason, which is continuing to dwindle down. But reason loss is a heck of a thing. Although, even though I just said I'm not worried about my Doom, I still want to save on stamina, so we're gonna increase Doom to recover stamina, or reason, sorry, as we proceed to lose reason. Or, yeah, we proceed to lose stamina. Let me calm down. Take a deep breath, Jordan. Confront the stranger. 8 charisma. I'm gonna take a sip of water while I think for a moment. Because now what I need to do is think about if I want to rest. Because I am not entering painting with 4 stamina, or lower. Also, maxed out level downtown. I probably should have switched, all things considered, but we do have painting, so I'll leave it at the forest for now. But what I really need is fame. After that, right below that would be passing more stat checks. But as I condemn myself to the fate that I've given myself, Let's really hope we have Fame here, and then maybe I heal Stamina and we're fine. Okay, we should be relatively fine. Because we want Amy in Painting. I'm still going to take Reason, funny enough. But we're going to enter Painting now. And here we hope for the best. Because on top of the events that just oof us here, we could still run into an encounter that we want to run from. The Rumor Ghost. Rumor Ghost. It's Rumor Ghost. That might have not been the best decision, but I'm scared about my stamina right now. Also, the boss of Painting, if you didn't know, does reason damage, so having a bit more reason than stamina would probably be in my best interest. Now, 8 charisma. Thank you. Barely passed that, but hey. And then we grab a light source here. I forgot my second encounter, by the way, so I want to say it was a female encounter because I remember rolling badly on someone. But as we do this, so we get guaranteed 20 damage, upwards of 24 damage. So again, it's a very specific ally attack strat I run where you need to get 2 students and then roll every single ally in the legal van on top of Mizuki's passive ally that she gets at the very beginning of the run. And then you can immediately prep attack with ally attack. So with Amy by our side, we do even more damage. So we just face tank this reason damage and we get out in 2 turns. So, hey, I could try to brace. I probably should have tried to brace. Yeah, you know what? I should have braced. No, because I couldn't guarantee that I was going... Well, I should have braced, basically. But anywho, it's too late. Away we go. We grab Amy and move on. So, but especially if you have Slay at least 2, in my opinion, if you want to be completely safe. If you have to... Oh, we're on an all perks run, by the way. That means Fame was a really, really lucky roll. Never mind. We were just really lucky. I could also just keep building Charisma, but in the interest of not dying, we're going to heal. But anywho, let's move on. We do have Akamanto here, which now means I need to start stockpiling on stamina, of which I am currently losing, but hey. You know what? Out of fear, I'm going to police station into the downtown because our doom, even though we have Akamanto here, let's not take any risks, shall we? As, you know, let's not take any risks. I could have used funds here, but we have Ryuichi, so I want to also save on funds. I really, really should not have, but let's hope. And I should be able to immediately handcuff... not Takshi's Akamanto, human form, because we do minimum 24 damage a turn, as you will see right here. So, yeah, this is luck, but you know what? Any boost I can get. We won't try to rest, because our doom is looking a bit high. But everyone else, yeah, like at least 90% of encounters immediately die. That includes Akamanto if you're using handcuff tech. No, maybe not. Yeah, you are. Yeah, he does. Unless I bumble this up, but hey. We lose Bath, but we're gonna equip this now. If we get a luck check and die because we needed to pass a luck check, so be it. That being said, Daddy's Girl is quite nice. But since we lost Bath, we're just gonna heal stamina and into whatever our last mystery is, which happens to be Sailors. So you know what? Funny enough, not in insane order to go in, Akamanto is fine being 4th, even with the damage increase, because we're Omega Mizuki. So, away we go. We were on Timeline B, although even on Timeline B, we probably could have fought the encounter here, the boss here, but hey. We're not out of the woods, but I'm feeling quite comfortable right now, even with I think I made like 2 mistakes this run that I'm aware of. Dexterity or knowledge. So away we go. What god is this? I don't even know. Because I didn't really... Oh, I did rest. That's why my doom is so high. But anywho. I did rest. Charisma, please. Nope. Why do I even? Why do stats matter still? Oh, pain. Anywho. 2 doom. Moving on. We'll do this. We could fight this, but since this is free real estate, let us just do that. and move on. Again, I did forget my second encounter, but I don't think it's going to matter as we ascend this lighthouse with the power of 7 funds that Ryuichi can get rid of. So, let's do that now, because at this point, funds are pretty much useless to us. 0, 1 doom, 3 doom. I think I can make that more, right? If I sell the robe, So let's do that. And we should be perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure there are runs in the past that I have not used Ryuichi in, and that could have saved me. But anywho, Takushi-san is not going to like what's going to happen to his face. So as we immediately start ascending this ascending this lighthouse, Heku can even do this, and he takes 36 damage. So that's really, really... I mean, you're not getting any sympathy from me, Takushi-san, even though you may have saved me in Festival. No. So yeah, you're right. It was Goizo. We can also let go of the Hermit now, but we shouldn't need to. Stock-chan? Yeah. It was some female encounter, I think. And I completely forgot what this is. Bolton into ramen, right? Yeah. And away we go. So, as I show you the end screen and the scoreboard once more. Hey, we're finally back up to 2, which I think was where we started. But if we get another Eldritch Parasite run, I promise you that we will still be going for Mind Drain and or Ghostly Spirit. Unless it's another Ayaka run. But as we get Zektast, Fatalist, Character Exclusive, Random Item, Kana. Excuse me for a moment. Woo! We'll see. Kana needs 3 stat points to avoid Zektast tragedies. Second, Strength, Takushi-san, Knowledge, Dexterity. Will I need anything else? Unless I see mainly Scissors. I think just Scissors, right? Yeah, just Scissors. We'll see. Or we can just keep Doom low. That's another possibility, but hey. I did not grab funds, but as we have, yeah, Teacher, Ward, that looks like. I want to say that's Ward, so oops, no illegal then. But we might as well use the advantages we have. So, as I said, we have Hardware Store, or as I said, I did have Hardware Store, so into Teacher I go. Yeah, we're just going to look for funds. So, we need a weapon. We need a good weapon. So here's looking at myself. Unfortunately, we're on random item stats as well, right? Maybe this is better. Yeah, this is, even though the accuracy is low, Monkey Wrench is base 5 damage, 80 speed. So this is a kind of Monkey Wrench. Now, I can't just build strength and be done with it, but we're on Zektast, so it's almost not going to matter. If we're on an all-character perk run, that would be nice, because then I might be able to roll into things, but we'll see. So all of our stats are going to decrease once here. There's just nothing I can do about that. But, yeah, I did forget. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but anywho. We want to pass a lot of runs. Pass a lot of checks, basically. We also have Ward. Downtown and Hospital, but I know I have a very Hospital-intense mystery. Ward is going to be both Hospital and Downtown, but there's nothing we can do about that now. So we'll try to keep Doom to a minimum. Now, if I had Flood and or Scissors, there's no way I could have known with Fatalist. So, hey. We're going to risk going through. We might not need the spell. Let's find out. I think this is a 1-turn out, right? Because 5 base damage means you do 15 on a Desperate Prep Strong. That's just the number I remember. And away we go. We could handcuff this encounter as well, but we can also... I can't even break... Yeah, that's right. I have to take Badly Bleeding, don't I? Well... we can't even do that. So we're gonna go for this. If we hit at least two of these, Hold on, wait. Are we safe like this? No, we're not. I'm gonna just brace and be certain. Well, be more certain than I am going for desperate double attack. So, as I do this really quickly, let's move on. Oh, my voice is already giving out. So, yeah, we probably don't get this, right? Because it's 80? Yeah, so we're probably going to take badly bleeding in the face here. And, yeah, not much else to do. We just take badly bleeding in the face. So, I feel like it's a bug. Never mind. We thankfully lucked out. Is it because it didn't say the thing that I think it said? Yeah. I think it's after the portal grows bigger that, whether it's a bug or not, that's when badly bleeding starts. But anywho, it looks like we're on a character-specific run as well. So we'll do our best, although double points into perception would help. I'm going to take knowledge instead, though, because we're using a knowledge weapon, so... But then we also need to then put a point to perception. But the point is that now I have to worry less about perception and knowledge. And you know what? I need some luck. I need to find out what these are. That's not great, but... Hey. We'll throw away the soft drink if need be, but we'll wait. Now, not passing a lot of our stat checks isn't nice, but... Don't really have a choice in the matter when the game presents that kind of choice to me, so hey. Funny enough, even though we are... With Kana, we are much more confident in fighting the boss if we needed to. I don't want to. Nice 12 roll, by the way. I'm gonna sit on this still. If we're gonna die to reason, I'm gonna try not to, but... They're both not... Well, 3 damage, never mind. Off we go. I guess with the random item statistics, you're really looking for a fast weapon that gets an extra point of damage. That's what you're really looking for. So, I could hold on to this ritual dagger to throw, but because well, funny enough, we're going to use this to our advantage. So what we're going to do is brace kick here. Do I want to brace kick here? No. We're going to do... Well, we're basically going to die once here, but we're actually going to do... I need to hit 2 of these, actually, so... We're going to do it... Oh, wait! Oh, no! I was supposed to drink the soft drink first. Well... Hey. That way I only die once, but... I made a mistake. So, let's throw the ritual dagger away. We get a torch for our trouble, but unless it's, really fast and does a lot of damage, it's just going to be a light source. Well, we don't even need it as a light source, so never mind. But maybe that was for the best. Maybe we want... Because sometimes you do just want to save on both as much as possible, but I actually did want to die there. I think with the torch we can one-turn this our friend here, so let's do ward now, and it is ward. We can also grab painkillers, but let's hold off on that for a moment. Just in case we run into an encounter we don't particularly like. Yeah, it's a Zictast event, but we didn't need Charisma, unfortunately, so yeah. Can I hit a kick? 80% kick. Kick is such a garbage action. We still want to brace regardless, but if it drains if this bloodsucker drains another point of HP, we're gonna have problems. Okay, good. That way I can desperate prep strong. I'm gonna hope I don't die, but if I do, to stamina, so be it. That would be great, though. Let's find out. Oh, I still have the sensor up, by the way. Sorry about that. I went a whole... Did I go a whole mystery with the sensor up? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Whoops. Sorry. Not that there was much on screen anyway, but helps to get it out of the way. So. Anywho. We can't lift the heaviest box because that's actually more doom damage to us. So, what we're actually going to do is grab these painkillers and gobble them down. Do we have a... We have a broken jaw. Do we want to get rid of it? Yeah, it's a minor one. We might get discharge summary or not. And away we go. So we're going to die to 84% doom because, wait, is something... Oh, badly bruised. Only till the end of the mystery, though. So we still need a point in perception. Hopefully, we preferably want knowledge. If folklore studies, well, I can, yeah, then increase perception. And we should be fine. Oh, this is really unfortunate. Yeah. So, I should have drank the soft drink there. I didn't remember. We might die here. So, let's find out. So we definitely throw the torch. And then we get to handcuff our friend here. And maybe, just maybe, unless Akamanto is our last mystery, maybe we save under... Well, time skip's not going to help out. What did I say? Last mystery? I'm sorry. Second to last mystery. But we're gambling on RNG anyway. So we're into nails now. We're in nails, and I don't think we're going to survive. We need a lot of good luck, basically. If I wanted to throw caution to the wind, I'd visit the History Club and hope for a gruesome totem, but that's hoping for a lot. So we're going to light the candles for experience and hope for the best. Because we're taking reason damage in this boss encounter, or stamina damage in this boss encounter anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So, we're definitely going to doom out, or we have a very high chance of dooming out, but I'm trying to think. Aside from soft drink misplays, we'd still be at, well, at best we'd be at about 78% doom. That's still not great for what we have on our plate here, but hey, can't even do this with Zick Test. We need to gamble on this. 92 into 92. I just tilted my head back and closed my eyes, and I just accepted my fate. It's really bad. Anywho. We can use Monument as Kana. To what end? I don't know, but it's still not going to be great here. Because we're taking 4 stamina damage. And we need to again roll on basically a lot of RNG. So we're going to do this, and hope, and pray. Because even with that bonus damage, we don't do enough. So 75 into 75. 50-50. Good. Maybe we make something work with a bunch of monument uses, but I don't feel comfortable. So we do our best. And maybe we get all the luck in the world. Maybe. Just maybe. Depends on what our last mystery is. Footage. So already it's looking bad. But we need to monument no matter what. And hope and pray. Pass every single event check. Or not, because we roll an 11. So it didn't matter how low Zektas is putting my stats. Thank you for the dexterity. Didn't need it. Well, for events we need it, but look at what I'm rolling, or listen to what I'm rolling, and tell me that what you're seeing on screen is also not a lot of cow. So, we can't fight this, so we do have to run and die to doom. Looks like it's gonna be a reset, but that's fine. Hey, we're doing the Nuzlocke challenge because of things. Also, nice of Zektas to give me all of that stuff, as I don't need it any longer, but hey. Let me show you the scoreboard really quickly. We're just gonna flash to it, because I'm just so out of it that I'm not even showing. But anywho, quick play, please. As we get to Herald, ill-fated, character-exclusive Koji. Seems to be a bit more normal for now. Herald is the least normal thing we have right now, but hey. Light Source, Takushi-san, Charisma, Second Mystery, Knowledge, and maybe Dexterity. Do we run Knowledge Koji? Let's find out. I'm working with the thing here. We're actually going to take Fast Hands in the interest of possibly doing a thing. And yeah, let's build into knowledge and see how well that works out. So, occult shop and a legal den, because we're going to grab a weapon from an occult shop, therefore we don't need the hardware store, unless we're going for a really, really off-brand chainsaw play, not sponsored by any chainsaw brands, but let's see what our mysteries are first. I see Ward again, Hell, Kana, Arms, and Sailors. So, do I need the Tainted Violin? No. So we're going to skip out on it this time and see what happens to our face. As we grab... Now, theoretically speaking, Small Candle does cost less Doom as a consistent weapon strat, but the issue is that it's not doing enough damage and we're not fast enough to capitalize on it. But let's find out. This is more a normal Small Candle run in my mind, so if this is not gonna say easy, but if this is not as great as it looks, then I'm more adverse, or not, I wouldn't feel as comfortable running with small weapons. Now, again, getting up to 12 damage is very, very nice, but that's dependent on RNG. Part of that is the enemy you run into, because some enemies, you know, they have higher power, which means you're more likely to miss. That being said, let me repeat again when I say that if they work out for you, they work out for you. And they do have their uses. It's not the kind of use I'm comfortable with, and by that I mean RNG. So, as we lose 2 reason and more reason, as we grab Kana here for the sake of doing Kana things, yeah, we'll move on. In other news, as we wait for this, Ill-Fated is a lot of a good, not a good, well, good is an is an opinion, but it is a check of your game knowledge. As I yawn, in the last 24 hours I have not gotten a lot of sleep, but it's a knowledge check for players, because you obviously don't want to pick events that end up just killing all of your reason. So knowing which ones are taking away things other than what you don't want to die to is what you want to do on Ill-Fated, usually. So we're gonna do everything. Hell, let's see. We do hospital, right? Still? No, we have household hell now. Never mind. And then you're actually gonna trade to experience here so I can buy this hospital pass. And we'll move on. But back to Small Candle. Basically, if I can't run Small Candle with a 6 or 7 knowledge character comfortably, I'll drop off on it. But not now, again, because I'm still testing things out. Or maybe I'm not using the right kind of attack strat in encounters, but I'll try to learn as I go, basically. Oh, I'm leaning back to yawn, and things are happening. 5 charisma, get lost. Unless we get the katana, that didn't happen. We're still holding on to this film roll. I don't need it. 8 knowledge. That's right. Ill-Fated. I forgot I was on that next. Oh, goodness gracious. 1 reason, thankfully, with the power of Kana, so... more, again, small weapons more viable with Kana, but if we have damage increase... Wait, is this red? No. We just have... Was that bonus damage? Why am I going crazy? Yeah. Although that's dependent on the enemy as well, but if I do bonus damage, hey, small weapons are definitely at an advantage there. Now, should you be face tanking everything? But maybe not, but even then, fast weapons do have the advantage of being able to brace more comfortably, so hey. I think we're just gonna go degen knowledge build. If we die to stamina, that's gonna be really weird, but so be it. If we die to reason, so be it as well, because we're stuck in this mansion and we have no other choice. But otherwise, we'll trade Doom for reason with the power of Yasugi-san being a cool dude. And we get out of hell. Out of household hell and into a hospital ward we go. Can I click properly, please? I forgot my second encounter, by the way. No bath, so oof. and into ward I go. Do I want to enter ward like this? Or do I want to start investigating like this? The answer is probably no, unless I have fetid fumes, which we do, so never mind. Never mind! I guess I'm just rushing through. Which I can with the power of the hospital pass, but still. Doesn't feel good. We're also ill-fated, so we could just end up dying outright, but we'll wait for that sweet, sweet... We actually have penalty damage, so I do need a rest here, by the way. And let's see if I'm right about that. I think downtown is max threat level anyway, so we actually just want to do this for experience. And we move on. A dull nurse would be much appreciated. If not, actually, we might be in a lot of trouble. I don't want to fight this, do I? Out of curiosity, we are on Kana, so I think we may actually take just as much, if not the same amount of reason damage taking this encounter. Because we're guaranteed to fail both checks. So yeah, funny enough, I might as well grab experience while I'm here. 10 experience for that? Not so bad, but hey. We're not out of the woods yet. We're still stuck in ward, doing our best to survive. That being said, no, we want experience, so let's do that. We should be able to one-shot the friend here, so I'm not going to rest. Well, we could die here. This is well, we are dead here because of ill-fated. So let's... I just said ill-fated, but I'll let you... If anyone's curious, I'll sit here for about 5 to 10 seconds and let you wonder why I'm dead here. I'm dead here because this does stamina damage when you fail, and we're on ill-fated, so we are going to fail. So the correct play was to rest twice for 6 doom, but at least I'm not dead. Pretty sure I'm dead. I'm dead. So, hey, ill-fated. At least top 3, I want to say second above Commoner, but right under Eldritch Parasite for RNG reasons. So, I don't need to show you the scoreboard because we're reset anyway, so away I go into my next run. Which is going to be Herald, Knight Errant, character exclusive. Knight Errant is up there too, probably top 5, but it also depends on the character and or backstory loadout. Or, sorry, God. But anywho, Dexterity, Strength, Knowledge, second Mystery, Takushi-san, maybe second Encounter. So I should really remember that moving forward as we enable the legal den and move on. So the small candle is not what killed me there. What killed me there was not resting. So we got a rumor about ourselves. So we'll grab these funds, put on a warm jacket. As I see sailors, vigil, scissors, ramen, and a bulletin. What's my order here? Knight Errant Vigil. Sailor is dependent on timeline, although we want to throw 2 items away anyway. Scissors also dependent on... Basically a lot of timeline dependencies here. Even though it's only just 2, I consider that much. And Bulletin, you're always going for ending A. Ramen, we can get... Basically, we can get ending A in all of these, but it's going to depend on RNG. So... Theoretically speaking, we should not receive any Knight Errant 6 Doom penalties. But we'll find out. So we'll visit the forest twice so we don't repeat the tragedy that was one of the runs in the stream. As we visit a max threat level forest, and I didn't use the police station. Actually, what do we have again? Vigil. Okay, mansion is max threat level. We'll set the mansion because we want to get that out of the way ASAP. But the important part is that we're doing ending A's, and we should be able to comfortably here as Moriko, unless I make a mistake, or the events just hand me so much bad RNG that I end up dying. That's really, basically, at the very start of this run, I can give you the odds. The odds are pretty much 1 to 4 that I survive. It would be probably 1 to 2, all things considered, but knowing me as a player, the odds are probably closer to 1 to 4 at best. So, place your bets. There's a 25% chance I die here, even though I just said my odds, and I'm sure odds don't work that way. But anywho, wait, what's the forest then? Why did we have 3 max? Did our threat level increase somewhere? It must have, right? In the forest? So anywho. So, even though, yes, I am Moriko, this encounter still... I still don't like this encounter. Five Doom for probably -4 all, or -3 all. Probably worth it, right? Now, if I run into another encounter, it's not going to be as nice, but... for the purposes of one-turning this encounter... yes. One of a handful of encounters. I could pop the ringing ears as well, but I'm going to hope I don't run into... and let's just roll on RNG here. Well, does that count if I don't have allies right now, but does that count if I send an ally? I haven't used that action a lot, actually. Do I want to do this too? No. So let's take the reason damage and move on. I really need to finish the character after this stream. I don't know when, but it will be. Or plan to be done. I'll plan to finish it. As we roll on stamina, we have high stamina, so let's just do this and hope for the best. And then we can just do this for stamina. So be it. We get a shovel, but we really just want to hold on to it, if for no other reason than to throw, because I think it does 5 to 7. I'm forgetting. I know it does a lot of damage when thrown. I could also sell it, but for now we shouldn't need to. Price hike. Drenched. Seaside drenched. I accidentally took experience. I am getting tired, but anywho. Yeah, let's take Vigil now. We're as healthy as we're probably going to be, although I want to be healthy for Scissors as well. Vigil is just as long, even though the boss doesn't do any stamina or reason damage, or they do doom damage. As you can see from the events I'm running into, I am dying already, so here's looking at me. So Bow Clap, we'll use the thing. I did not even do the Vigil, never mind. I guess we're just taking the Night Errant penalty. That's a reason, really. Well, we failed the Vigil already, so away we go. And yeah, all I've done was just hurt myself here. So I shouldn't have done this. I don't know why I've done this to myself. We still might look fine as we run from the Rumu Ghost here. But boy, is this not really great. I think we one-turned this encounter, right? 14 damage off a Desperate Prep Strong due to the Inspiring Novel. We move... let's level up. Deft Handling, please. No? Cool. We need to heal Reason. Even though we're going to die to 2 Reason into a penalty anyway, we're never sure. So yeah, we're taking so much Doom. But it's not like I have much of a choice in the matter. Due to my own mistakes. But anywho. So we're 50% Doom now, didn't need to be, and that might lose us the run, but we'll find out. We took a lot of Doom damage where we didn't need to. That is the end result here. But depending on the timeline, we're taking more Doom. Thankfully it's Scissors, so we're spending less Doom here anyway, but would I love to be on timeline A? We're not. So Bow Clap 4 times and we take Doom. We take that extra penalty. What fun. Now, is it fair? I would think so. Some people would not say it. I'm still going to complain about it because it's things that happen. So, although that is compounded by the fact that I, for some reason, decided not to do the Vigil. But hey. And because we're on timeline B, we can't just shoot this guy and move on. That depends on if I hit this attack. Good. And if we run into another enemy, so be it. I think we ran into another enemy before this anyway, so once we Bow Clap 4 times, we should be perfectly fine. Are we gonna survive the thing? Never mind, we ran into this. So, unfortunately, because Moriko receives bonus damage here, we're gonna actually do this. so that we don't have to deal with any RNG. And away we go. Yep, I'm coming. So bow, clap 4 times. They completely flipped what ritual I wanted, but hey. Unless what's given to you for the last 3 actions is somehow weighted to be correct, but, you know. So it seems to be, yeah, bow, clap, bow, bow, clap is the ritual. I also level up haphazardly because, I mean, even though you can tell based on the flashing graphics what your ritual was, if you were paying attention to what you guessed, I wanted to see for sure. So ramen to sailor seems to be the plan. We'll throw away whatever the heck. 3 dexterity. Oh, I barely don't get to prep attack. Prep attack. I think I had quick thinking too, so I'm really kicking myself in the shin here. And though our doom is looking a bit high, I don't want to die to reason, so here's hoping we don't die to reason. 4 charisma, please. Nah, we have to rest. Away I go. Whew. Thank you for giving me all the reason damage in the world, although, admittedly, the apartment is a high reason damage location anyway, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm hating what's happening to my face, so... Throw the shovel to guarantee this turn. Otherwise, I could have gone for a desperate double attack, but I'm not gambling that RNG. Not right now and not today, even though our score is looking quite bad. Now, do I want to gamble on this? No. Oh, please give me something good. I'm just gonna run through. What a time to be alive. Oh, what am I doing here, man? This is looking really bad. What do I do? Brace attack. And then hope for a double... Hope for a desperate into double attack. Never mind, it's guaranteed, so we should be okay here. If we're not... Man, I gotta take another look at my math skills. Also, Daddy's Girl is keeping our stamina a lot higher than it should be, but... We need to heal reason. We'll have to throw away the handcuffs if we don't have anything else. I do have the Kendall. Can I do that actually? Let's find out. I can. Never mind. We'll throw away the box cutter and the thing. The box cutter is quite nice, but... Yeah, that extra 3 to 6% doom would have been nice right about now. We had a second encounter check that I forgot, but anywho, moving into sailors. Oh yeah, we need to throw 2 items away. We'll find out. We'll find out what we can do. Oh god, I think well, I'm definitely dead now, so... What we're going to do is try to get one good last run in, because as I said, I haven't slept a lot in the last 24 hours, and we're reset anyway. My high score is currently 3 for this challenge, by the way, after about 10 attempts at least. But let's get into Cthulhu Exquisite Taste, character exclusive random item Ayaka. And Exquisite Taste being as it is, I think because we're Ayaka, it can be fine. So, light, second encounter, knowledge, dexterity, Takushi-san, and maybe second mystery. But the reason why I say, because even Toshiaki has trouble here, because Toshiaki wants both rest and prepare. But with Ayaka, all you really want is the tree, in my opinion. We'll set the schoolyard to maybe do stuff, but again, what you really just want is the tree, because Ayaka is one of the few characters who can run no weapons but still be fine on Exquisite Taste, because while Haru can run with no weapons, Haru actually wants a lot of sublocations, so that mind drain there is a pretty tempting, but no. But in the interest of leveling up, because we're Ayaka, and we could get a max reason decrease. Again, this is very specific Ayaka things that I'm remembering at the moment, because I've been looking into a lot of Ayaka things lately. You want your reason to be low here. You don't want to top off your reason at the very beginning here, because you want to pick up curses as Ayaka, and a lot of curses lower your max reason, so you might as well keep it low and grab that extra experience, just in case, as we get Akamanto, Botanist, Teacher, Hell, and Sailors. So, Hell, Sailors, 4th and 5th. Teacher, Botanist, Akamanto. Probably going to do Botanist now. Hallucination, Stalker, so be it. We'll keep rolling. We'll grab spells just to be really safe, although that's not nice. We'll gamble on this. Into Branded. So, I should still forget flashbacks, but we'll see. One last thing to do is to visit the police station and set downtown. And away we go. So, we don't have any weapons yet, but because what we're going to do here is run from encounters, especially if they do reason damage because we're on Kotorufu, but effectively we want to run from... I shouldn't have done that. I should have just taken the free out. Run from encounters because we're spending less Doom. We're not grabbing a weapon, so we have more Doom to work with, if that makes any sense. And you know what? Yeah, we're actually just going to get rid of flashbacks. We don't have Eldritch Possession. If and when you get Eldritch Possession... Yeah, so we're going to stop here and get rid of flashbacks really quickly. We grab holes, but again, on the off chance we get flashbacks, which is higher than you think, because we're about to enter another mystery, and we don't have enough... That's right, Ayaka has 3 like that I forgot about, but... Yeah, we want to level up as soon as possible, and yeah, that seems counterintuitive because... It may seem counterintuitive because defeating enemies gives you more experience, but... Trying to use Doom to grab a weapon when you're already using Doom grabbing curses and stuff, that adds a lot more Doom. Now, not as much as me using my own ally attack strat, but still. As you can see, our Doom is already near 30% now. You could argue if you grabbed... Jordan, if you grabbed the weapon as Ayaka, you could have fought this Snoo monster. Still, though, the amount of damage we're taking overall would be pretty much the same, in my opinion. But you can reasonably argue that grabbing a weapon is still something you want to do. But as we get roads closed, I should have also drank the wine bottle. I forgot to drink the wine bottle. We could also get double hallucinations here, and that's going to be just as bad. But we'll see. You know what? Funny enough, we might want to do Hell first. Even though we already have roads closed, and we did get flashbacks again, by the way. So, if we see, we're going to do a kind of option select here, where we want to wait until before the next mystery to forget flashbacks, because we could pick up Eldritch Possession if and when we level up. We have to run here as well. We can use the monument, but we'll see what it asks for. Stamina. That's fine for now. But we'll see. I should have set the police station to the mansion, because now we're losing 3 Doom per investigation. Why did I do this to myself? I left it at downtown. No! This we can actually fight if we wanted to. Yeah, we'll fight. Even though we're getting Doom Cthulhu food, I also should have attack boosted. I don't know why I didn't. But regardless, we're going to do the same thing. We're not dead yet. And then we do this. For a little bit more experience. But we're guaranteed to level up at the end of the mystery, so... I think we could also grab a curse there, but it costs something, so I'm not going to do that. And yeah, our Doom is continuing to shoot up through the roof, but not much we can do about that. So, as we trade stamina for Reason and Yasugi-san, we're hoping we get out of this mansion soon, because otherwise, we are gonna Doom out, and it's not gonna be nice. So, what do we get? Crimson Moon, Blood Moon doesn't matter, we're playing to kick anyway. We get Blood Mania, no Eldritch Possession, so what we're gonna do is actually increase Dexterity. If we get double flashbacks or double hallucinations, so be it. That's just really bad RNG, but we should be fine encounter-wise now, and this is where we ramp up. Still, though, we're going to do Akamanto first. Maybe we get to level up beforehand. Masochistic Fungal Growth. What a phrase to say out of context, by the way. Out of context, but anywho, maybe we get Eldritch Possession before Teacher, so maybe we take Sailors first. We're going to find out. Yeah, we're going to find out. I shouldn't have done that, but it's too late. I should rest here, but we have so we have Masochist, so we should, like, look at what you're seeing on screen. Kicks at 11 damage for 80%. So anywho, the Occult Diary is nice, but we're not out of the woods. So we are fighting Akamanto now, in the interest of maybe bracing, but we need to rest anyway, so we'll rest twice. We're effectively at 50% Doom now, so that's still okay. We're still okay? We could just defeat Akamanto outright. So you know what? Maybe I should have taken... No, because I wanted to brace. Let's find out. So, funny enough, Desperation is not going to do as much for me here, because we double our kick damage, and that really only adds 2, so we just do this and hope we defeat him. And if we don't, I would be quite surprised. Why? Kicks are so garbage. Kicks are so garbage. Oh my goodness. I mean, theoretically speaking, I should have done attack boost, but kicks are so garbage. Anywho, let me just make sure I did a thing, because I want to preserve this. I'm going to actually do another run. We have so much time, so I'm going to do another run. Goodness gracious, man. Zektas Exquisite Taste again. Character exclusive random item Kana. Well, this feels familiar, except now we're on Exquisite Taste instead of Fatalist, I believe. So... what do I want to do here? Strength, Knowledge, Second Mystery, Charisma, Takushi-san, Dexterity. And I am going to blame the kick action there, but... I should have just prep attacked Handcuff. I believed in it. I believed. What do you want me to say? I believed in it. Let me just take a look at this again. I'm out of it right now. But Takushi-san last. Second Mystery, every single stat check maybe, except for Dexterity, but... we're on Exquisite Taste, so Kana doesn't have anything to prepare, luckily. I might want to leave History Club. Probably going to leave History Club, because we want Monument instead, so what we're really hoping for is either we get a mystery that gives us a weapon, or we grab something in the History Club. That's what we're looking for. And the chances of getting neither of those is actually quite low. Hell, Flood, Coma, Vigiled Footage. Oh, buddy boy. A lot of mansion, a lot of forest, some hospital in downtown, but let's keep that in mind as we check our threat levels. Looks like it's going to be the forest. Forest is going to be our winner here. And we're going to hope we get something in the History Club, because we need something, and it can't just be garbage. So, otherwise I could just do another run, but we're going to sit here for a moment. Ancestral Strength for sure. Seal of Savesh as well. And what's next? Cursed Doll would be awesome, but you know what? We have what we have. We're gonna cast all of these. If it costs more Doom, so be it. It's worth what we're losing. So, funny enough, that's a really strong start for as far as Kana's concerned, because Kana cares less about losing stamina and reason, but we could still die like that. So basically, the Doom that we spent here is our weapon replacement. But we are getting at least 3 damage kicks. Now, how fast we are, that's something else to consider, but hey, let's also visit the mansion twice. 4 dexterity, please. Nope. Roll to 10 anyway. Maybe today's just not the day for me. Maybe it is. Or maybe I should start running more consistent strats. Let's find out. I think Kana still supersedes or takes priority. Why am I saying supersedes? Takes priority over the Demon Mask, so hopefully that works out. But as we lose a lot of Doom, hey, we're Kana. 4 luck, roll to 12, hey! This is an old god's message to just stop playing the run soon. Also, we die at 63% Doom unless we increase Perception. But hey, right? Rolled a 7 anyway, so didn't matter what I did forget about that event. I should just be taking guaranteed outs. Why am I rolling on RNG when I know better? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna do a thing. I'll do it after the stream. You'll see when it happens. But anywho, am I gonna die again? By the way. I really should not be doing this. I'm just gonna drink a soft drink to be sure. Good. Not complete garbage RNG, although that... in my subjective world. Anywho. No bath, so that's gonna do it. That's hurting Kana quite a bit, actually. Are we on an all-perk run, by the way? Nonetheless, I want a weapon, so we could take Vigil. So we did have a weapon in Vigil, but... I made my choice. We're already here. Nonetheless, I still want to do at least Vigil before Flood. That way I have a weapon at all, but... Hey. This is what some people live by. I better live by it. It actually is very good. If you have 4 damage kicks, obviously, 3 damage kicks is at least my minimum workable threshold, but... Anywho, did I never do... I'm not doing the Vigil, am I? Well, I guess moving on. We're also on random item stats, but that's not the greatest meat cleaver I've ever seen speed-wise, so... Hey, I should have actually forgot a spell, but we'll deal with it. Funny enough, we're still relatively okay here. But that can change. Do I even get this? No, I don't. So we're gonna go for the 65%. We get a bonus point of damage. Actually, with that, I might have been okay, but... Let's take knowledge, so we survive longer. And we'll move on. So yeah. Let's find out what we can do. I think this is guaranteed, right? Tell me this is guaranteed. 95%... Well, never mind. It is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. And now, we go into Flood, where, again, we're going to spend a lot less Doom, although it's going to be very painful. Especially for Kana, who has less max reason, but hopefully it works out. Hopefully. I know we one-shot this dude. We should be able to. He has low power, right? Please tell me I'm right. Yeah. So we should be able to one-shot this dude. Double attack boost. Nope, 3 attack boosts still. But we do 20 and 19 damage. And maybe we survive, but let's find out. Enter the school. Forgotten specimen, but we do the same thing here. 90%, sorry. But I have no reason to believe we actually need another point in strength. But we'll work with what we've got for now. I don't want to rest yet. I might need to. I don't want to die here, but I might not have a choice. If I hit this, we survive. Or we don't die, but let's find out. Good. We level up again. What do I want to do, actually? Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just do this. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to risk. I'm not going to risk. I'm going to take the risk. Why am I playing with RNG? Good. We can get out now. Yeah, in the interest of not spending any more Doom, let's just rest all the way. And move on. And as I said, Kana takes priority over the Demon Mask, so let's move on. Now, do we get this? We do. So let's just roll the dice. And just roll the dice. Nothing else to do. If we die here, so be it. That's Doom that Kana can spend now, right now. But I think we do this and we're out. Question mark? 8, 11... 80% chance. No, this is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. That's why I was so focused on getting 8 strength. Now, I wouldn't have needed to normally, but because of random item stats, that's why. Fetid Fume, so be it. Kana doesn't really need to rest. It would have been nice, but... Moving on. Coma, Household Hell. Do we have roads closed, by the way? Not yet. So let's do Household Hell to avoid a tragedy. And we'll move on. What I should actually... Ooh. I'm gonna do this because if I'm gonna die to Reason anyway, I might as well grab experience while I die to the damage here. Question mark? Or am I taking more damage? We're about to find out. Can I even brace? I barely can't brace into a Sever, man. That would have been so important. That was really important, actually. What I could do is do this and trade stamina for a Reason. I might as well do that, right? Is there anything else I can... I feel like there's something else I can do aside from just assess, but... We'll do this in the interest of trying to survive. And then we can 3-turn this encounter more comfortably. But for all intents and purposes, let's do this and maybe I run into an all encounter. Like the Rumu Ghost, maybe. It's hard to say. I'm still gonna do it. Nope, I forgot to sever twice. Never mind, I'm just going crazy at the end of the stream here. But anywho, if we die twice, so be it. I should just eat that though. Holes is... I'm still plus HP wise, but we'll move on. Basically, this is a winnable run. That's all I'm saying. Now, have I done my best job? No, but hey. What do I want? Not really anything. So, we're going to keep our strength at 8 as long as possible so we can at least desperate action when needed. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Kana really has good value on desperate action because you have to worry less about dying if nothing else. But the more important part, as we already have holes, is that... No, we go for this. Yeah, we go for this. The more important part is that Kana stays at around 3 stamina or Reason below a lot more often, so you get to use it more often as... You get to use Desperate Struggle more often as well. And again, because you have to worry less about dying, you can just die, quote-unquote. It costs 5 Doom, but it depends on your situation. And you can feel better about, you know, not losing the run. Getting a Zictas run out of the way, assuming that this is the attempt where we clear all 4 gods would be nice. Or you at least go for a high score. 7 to 8 gods, but we're not out of the woods, so let's not count our old gods before they're cleared. And move on. I would like to grab a sewing kit. I really would, but I think we have Doctor's Office instead. So, we're just gonna rush. I feel like casting those spells that I got from the History Club granted me some good value, right? I forgot to put the police patrols in downtown, but hey. Do I want to die here? Yeah, I want to die here. Because if I'm going to run... Yeah, let's just do this. If we had both of these, we're fine. That way I can just do this. I could also just do this and trade Reason. Yeah, let's do that, actually. In the interest of keeping things, even if for no other reason than also trying to proc Yasugi-san more as Kana. But first, let's do this. I could also go for... Yeah, I'm going to go for cigarettes, too. No, I don't have access to cigarettes. What am I talking about? We're on exquisite taste. We don't have the taste to set vending machines over the thing. Now, that being said, I did just die there, so let's hope we don't die to reason, because if we do, we're in some trouble. Well, cross our fingers, hope to not die again. Really hope to not die. Ask for stamina? Okay, fine. Ask for stamina, though, please. Nope. No, we want to do this. That way we're a bit healthier. I'm hoping I don't die to reason until the end of the mystery, where I will die to reason. Otherwise, I could heal reason here. And just take final stretch. Funny enough, final stretch coming in clutch. Maybe. Would I rather have a perk that's better? Sure, but we're working with Kana here. We gotta work with the Kana we've got. So, we should theoretically be fine, but I did not remember any of my second encounters. Thankfully, we don't need to, unless I get the second mystery wrong, which I could, so here's hoping. Strength, however, we're losing a lot of stamina. Are we losing more reason? We are. We don't have the 6th floor, so we'll survive stamina-wise. I still need to rest twice, though. Question mark? Yes. Because otherwise I will die to reason. And that is more doom than me resting twice. Unless I have a curse. No, not really. I have fungal growth, but that's not going to affect me. Hopefully I survive this. Please tell me I survive this. I took Vigil second because I was going to grab a weapon for Flood. And we hope we one-shot Takushi-san with the power of a very... No, we don't have 8 strength anymore, so scratch that idea. I don't need to gamble on this, do I? 12 damage. Throw this. Handcuff. Good. And hey, I think this is our first Zektas run we've done in this challenge completely. So, as I show you the scoreboard, and hey, we at least have Zektast. Hey, it's a new god. But, not really much else to say, because if I try to fit in another run, I'd just be rushing, and I don't think that's the best quality for your time. So, without further ado, if nothing else, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're watching this stream right now, please subscribe to the channel. That would help me out the most long term. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here for a few minutes as I basically tell you what's going to happen. So, I think what I'm going to try to do is put out, not a short, because you would have to crop the video, and I guess I could, but I gotta figure that out. Basically, figuring things out for the channel. I might do a thing for the channel. You won't need to spend any money, although I do have memberships open, but I'm gonna do 2 things. So, I'll just spoil for you now. Your reward for listening till the end, or at least listening to this part of the stream anyway, is that I'm working on 2 games. One of them is a more commercial project, but it's gonna look a lot less pretty. In fact, it's gonna look quite simple. But the second one will just be using probably just assets from, things that I could use for a commercial project as well, but there also can be used for non-commercial projects, and that I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with that, but more importantly, I need to actually do something because my personal life is doing a thing, so I need to make sure that everything's okay. Otherwise, hopefully things turn out well, and for anyone leaving now, I'd just like to say goodbye, but yeah, not really saying anything else. If you have any ideas that you want me to do, I already have like a queue of videos that I've long past due on. I have a character I need to finish for World of Horror. And I want to do things for World of Horror as well, like mysteries and events, but obviously this channel actually takes priority, even though this channel is mostly a World of Horror channel anyway. But yeah, without further ado, that'll probably be near the end of this stream. Not really much else to say, so I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you've watched up to this point, as I say goodbye as well. And yeah, not much else to do. I think the next stream will be a custom characters stream. But otherwise, if I come up with any ideas, and there will be videos coming out, Event of the Day should still come out, but if anything goes wrong, I'll post in the discussions page in place of a video, because that's the only way I really communicate, and I think the most of my interactions, analytics, and views come from this channel, funny enough. So, but if you have anything else, one last thing, you can contact me on Discord. I'm definitely more active there, but I also have a business email, things of that sort, so you can comment on a video. I'll probably look at it. If it looks like a bot message, unfortunately, I might pass, but we'll see. But without further, oh, also one more thing: if you subscribe to the channel and then comment, I'm obviously probably going to at least look at the comment, and I won't pass by it because I have gotten a lot of bot messages recently. But otherwise, yeah, not going to take up much more of your time. I'd like to thank everyone for watching either now or in the future, and that'll be the end of the stream. So thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.